Hi, I'm Danielle Gallant, broker of Guardian Realty, and we are going to talk about some unexpected events that happen when you're a property manager and maybe some of the best practices and how to deal with it. So, I have a particular property and it's a fourplex, and I showed up maybe about a month ago to do a turn on one of the units, and the lower tenant came out yelling at me that I was parking in her parking spot and she did not have any clothes on, much to my shock and surprise. So, when I addressed this tenant, I could tell that we were dealing with some mental health issues. And so I calmly explained to her that I'm happy to discuss the parking situation, provided that she goes inside and puts on some clothes. So she sort of did that, but I could tell that her thought process wasn't like 100%. So I focused on de escalating and problem solving through it. She did calm down. And then when I got back to the office, one of the things I did was I called her caseworker at Section 8 and got some resources for some wraparound services so that she could get some support for her and her children and some of her mental health challenges. It was really nice, actually. Just last week, I finally got a call from a caseworker with Department of Children and Family Services who will be providing some wraparound services. Now, the reason I talk about this being important is that we do have a situation, particularly here in Nevada, where we have a homelessness issue. And part of being in this community is that we try to take as many steps as possible to keep people in their homes. This particular tenant is on Section 8, so she does have her rent paid for. She's been with me for 9 years, and I haven't run into this in the past with her. So I wanted to make sure that we could continue to have her live there because I have 3 other tenants that live there, and they don't necessarily want to see what I saw. And apparently it was starting to become a pattern. So I worked with the Department of Social Services to be able to ensure that they would be able to provide these services so that she can remain in the home, and also ensure that the rest of my tenants are not bothered by such views. I never thought that this would be a role that I would take as a property manager, but I think as a good steward of my community and a good steward for my owners' properties, that sometimes we just go the extra mile. Thanks again for listening. My name is Danielle Gallant. I'm with Guardian Realty, and if you would like to discuss this further, you're welcome to give me a call. Thanks.